Greetings, fellow great turns. Look, it's Mr. Tlacho again. I'm back with some another amazing content, and we are still looking at our financial mathematics and the paper that we are examining. It is November 2016. Yes, I think this was a national paper, and yes. Now look, they say Mary wants to buy a fridge that costs 15,550. They are saying she has to pay a deposit of 15% of the cost and the balance by means of higher purchase, which means now the 15% here, it is what it is going to be as part of your deposit. And now they say now the remaining balance then will be given on a higher purchase. Now they say the rates of the basically the rate of interest of the loan is 16.25% now per annum simple interest. The repayment period of the loan is 54 months. Now, in addition to the higher purchase, an addition or an annual insurance premium. So, which means there's also an insurance there, which charges 1.5% of the total costs of the fridge should be added. Now, they say the annual insurance premium should be paid in monthly installment, right? Just underlining these concepts that are important. Now, the first question, 4.1.1. Now, they want you to calculate the value of the loan that Mary will be taking. So now, what is therefore going to be, firstly, the value of the loan? Now, for us to calculate in terms of what is going to be the value of the loan, what is it that we are going to do? And now we are going to say the value of the loan. Firstly, remember they say it cost what? It costs 15,000. That's the first thing, right? It costs 15,000, but there is a deposit that Mary will be in a position to pay, right? So which means now the value of the loan then is going to be subtracted from this. You are going to subtract this interest here, or rather this deposit. And why are we subtracting it? Because remember, this is the amount that Mary will pay upfront. So therefore, there is no this is not going to be part of the value of the loan. All right. So you're going to say, look, now this is 15%, and 15%, it's same as 15 over 100 multiply by what? Multiply by the 15,000, or rather 15,000 550, I think. Yes, 15,550. Let's write this very nicely. Right. So it's 15,550. And now, so which means this means what? This means now the value of the deposit that Mary will be paying, I think it's around 2,300 and 32.5 cents. So which means this money is not going to be part of the loan, because this is the money that Mary will pay beforehand. So therefore we are going to say the value of the loan, the value of the loan now is going to be what? It's going to be the 15,000. It's going to be the 15,550 subtract the interest, or rather subtract the the deposit, which is 2,000, which is 2,332.50, right? And now, which means the value of the loan itself, it's 13,217.50 cents. Now, this is the value of the loan, or of the loan agreement that then Mary must be in a position to pay, right? Excluding the interest. Now, 4.1.2. Calculate the total amount that must be repaid on the higher purchase agreement. Now, we want to find out what is going to be the amount of money that is going to be paid. So when we say the total amount of money, now we are saying including, we are saying now including what? We are saying including the what? This we are including the interest, right? We want to find out what is going to be the interest. So we want to find out what is going to be the value of the 13,000 after the 54 months. So, and since here you are given that this is given on a simple interest, so which means 4.1.2. This is going to what? This is going to be A is equals to P into 1 plus your I multiplied by N. And what is the principal amount there? The principal amount is going to be the 217.50 into bracket 1 plus what is the interest given there? It's 16.25. So this is going to be 0.1625, right? Multiply by, remember that the 54, it's the months, right? It's the months. So if you want to calculate or to dismantle these months into years, you are going to divide by 12. And you find out that this is going to be 4.5. So meaning that this is going to be now 4.5 years. Altogether, you can verify. And now from there, then the accumulated value is going to what? It's going to be 22,882.80 cents. Now, this is the value of that. This is going to be the value of the money, or rather the accumulated money altogether, including interest. Now, let's look at 4.1.3. They say now calculate the monthly repayment, which is which includes the monthly insurance. Now, this one is going to be now difficult, but let's see. We're going to start here. Remember, they said the monthly installment, or rather the monthly insurance, is charged on this value, not on the value that earned an interest, right? So we are going to say now the 1.5%. We're going to find out what is the value of the 1.5%. And remember, the original price, it was 15,550. So you're going to come back and say now, this is 0.015 multiplied by the 15,550, isn't it so? And you'll realize that they basically the value of the insurance is going to be 233.25 per what? This is going to be per annum. Remember, this is given in terms of per annum. So this is going to be per annum. And now, if you want to do, or rather, if you want to calculate this, the monthly installment, this is going to be what now? Remember this, we said this is 233.25 cents. Now, if you want to calculate this, and remember, this is only what? This is only applicable within what? Within 1 year. So now, which means if you want to calculate all this, you are going to start by doing this. You are going to say now, look, you are going to say the 233.25, you divide this by what? You divide this by 12 first. Why are we dividing this by 12? Remember that this is per annum, which means per year. This is going to be the amount that is going to be paid on an insurance. And when you divide this by your 12 to find out the value, the correct value is going to be what? Let's see, when we divide this by 12, it's going to be 19.43 cents. So which means in insurance is going to be paying 19 rand point 40, I think it's going to be 44 what cent. And now, which means that is going to be the monthly installment of the insurance. Now, if you want to find out what is the monthly insurance of the value, we are going to again come back and say what is the accumulated value there. The accumulated value was this. So if you divide this by 54, surely you'll find out what is the money that can be paid monthly. Right? This is going to be then what? Now this is going to be the 22,882.80 cent divided by 54, right? Now, and when you're dividing by 54, let's see in terms of what you're going to find. When you are saying 2, this is 22,882.80 cent. Then you say you divide this by 54, which means per month, the money that is going to be paid here, in terms of that, it's going to be 3.76, right? So this is going to be the amount of money that is going to be paid per month, right? So, but remember, they wanted it combined. So when you want it combined, we are going to firstly take the 19.44 plus the 423.16 altogether. And now, therefore, the monthly installment that you're going to get here, when you add both of these, you'll find out this is 443.19 cent, right? So what we did is we added this, right? And when you added that, now this is going to be the new value of the installment. All right. Hopefully this makes sense. Now let's look at 4.2.1. Now in 4.2.1, we are given the table which shows now the rand equivalent to £1 and $1. Now let's see in terms of what can we do then. Now the first thing that they require us to do is basically they say a South African nurse works in the United States of America. Now they want you to do what they say. Now the nurse save the equivalent of 4,800 per month. Now they want you to calculate the amount in US dollars, right? Then that's going to be the thing that we are going to be calculated. We are calculating, I mean. Now we want to know what is going to be the money that you save per month. So let's start here. The first thing that we are going to do is we're going to come back here and say, look, now what we know, firstly, we know that one US dollar is represented by what? Is represented by 13, right? This is 13.45, right? 0.45, isn't it so? So now they want to know what is going to be the US dollar equivalent to 4,800. So we are saying if you are having the 4,800, what will then be the value of your dollar, right? The value of your dollar, and this is your rand. And now the easy thing that you can do, you can literally just cross multiply here. So which means when you're cross multiplying, you're going to have x into 13.45, which is going to be equals to what? Which is going to be 4,800. And then now you divide by 13.45 this side, divide by 13.45 this side, and then these two cancel, and then the answer that you're going to get now, which means the 4,800 in terms of the US dollar, it's going to be same as 356.88 altogether. Now that is going to be then that particular value. Now let's see now in terms of what else can we do now. Now if you can look at your 4.2.2, what is it that you are doing them? Now they say she ordered a book from your United Kingdom, which is Britain, and paid $85 for it. Calculate the price of the book. In what? Now the price of the book in terms of what? In terms of your British pound. Now this is going to be almost the same thing. I want us to do the same thing. Look, we know that now we are going to use the South African rand to compare and contrast this. Now, the first thing that you are going to simply do, we are going to say now, look, this, your dollar, and this one. Hey, this, it's very difficult to write. Now, they are saying now your dollar, remember your dollar, it's 13 rand 0.45 isn't it? Also, which is into the other one is what? The other one, it is your 21.41 altogether. And now if you are looking to find out in terms of what will then be this answer, they are saying here, they are giving you in terms of what? They are giving you in terms of your US dollar, which is 85. So then now, which means you are looking for the what? For the pound. And then you're going to simply just cross multiply. And when you cross multiply, you'll realize that the value that you are going to get here is you're going to have x into 13.45, right? Which is going to be equals to 85 multiplied by what? This is going to be same as, let's see, 85 multiplied by 21.41. How to get? And when you do so, let's see whether are we doing the right thing here. And when you do so, let's see, we're going to say now 85 multiplied by 21.41, and the answer that you're getting is going to be this is going to be the one. Let's see, it's 1819 point what 0.35, and which is going to be then this x, which is into 13.45. Then you divide both sides, and when you're dividing both sides, you'll realize that now your value of your value of your pound, this symbol, the value of your pound is going to be right. When you divide this, you say divide by 13.45, you'll realize that the value of your pound now in here, the value of your pound is going to be given by this, which is 3. I think this is 135.30. Now let's see whether are we answering the question. Now they say they want us to calculate this in what? In pound. So if you calculate this in pound, yes, it's going to be 135.30. How to get? Yes. Now let's see in terms of what is the last question requiring us to do. Now, so which means now your $85 is equivalent to 135 pound. How to get? Then now let's continue. And then after that, the last one, they say now a sum of money in 5 years when the interest is compounded annually. Calculate now the interest rate. Now here, let's see in terms of what can we do to try and solve this question. They say now a sum of money is doubled in 5 years when the interest is compounded annually. Calculate the interest. Look, these type of questions, let's just make some space here so that we write. They are not necessarily, that complex to get to think of it. If they are saying now, the principal amount, if let's say you are saying your principal amount is X, right? And we are not sure in terms of what the accumulated money, but they are saying the accumulated money is what? The sum of the money is what? They say it doubles in what? It doubles in 5 years, which means this principal amount, it doubles. And if you're having X, the double of X is going to be what? It is going to be your 2X. Now, they are saying this is compounded annually. They want you to calculate the rate in 5 years. Now, what is it then that you are going to do here to try and calculate that? You are going to say now, if this is P, if this represents your principal amount and this represents your accumulated amount, let's see what we then can do here. Let's start. So which means here, how are we then going to represent this? This is going to be A is equals to P into 1 plus your I to the power of what? To the power of N. And remember, we are using the compound formula because we are given that this is compounded. So now if the accumulated value is going to be your 2X, while this, your principal amount, is going to be your X, into 1 plus, what is the interest then? The interest is what we are looking for, but we are given that this is going to be to the power of what? To the power of 5. And now what is it that we are going to do? Then we are going to start with what we usually do then, which is going to divide by the principal amount, which means you're going to divide by X, and then you're going to divide by X this side. So this X and this X are going to cancel. This X and this X is going to cancel. So you're left with 2, which is equals to 1 plus your interest to the power of 5. Right? And now to get rid of this 5, you are going to look for the root there. the fifth root, you are going to look for the fifth root so that the fifth root cancel also the to the power of 5, right? And now, which means what you are having now here, you are having the root of now the fifth root of 2, which is going to be 1 plus your interest. And when you do that, which means your interest, therefore, it's going to be what? It's going to be same as the fifth root 2 subtract your 1. Remember here you have this one. So you are going to transpose this one this side. So which means when you transpose, you're going to have the fifth root of 2 subtract 1. And when you get that, you realize that your value of your I is given by 0. This is going to be 0 0.1 486 98, and then you multiply this by 100. And now when you multiply this by 100, you realize that now the interest, or rather the rate, the interest or the rate is going to be same as 14.87%, right? Which means your value of your X to double, it will require the interest rate to be at 14.87 per annum altogether. So basically that's how you are then going to tackle this type of question. Thank you very much.